Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of SNAP. SNAP is the Strategic Nonprofit Alliance Partnership. James Moore and Company puts on this program for not-for-profits throughout the state and country. And I'm James Halleran. I'm a not-for-profit partner here with James Moore and Company. And today we're going to talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging. And Corinne LaRoche, another partner with me, a not-for-profit partner here at James Moore and Company, is going to lead us off. So, Corinne, what exactly is diversity, equity, or inclusion, or is the acronym? Because we all love our acronyms, DEI, and why is it so important for nonprofits today?
That is a great question. So, diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging kind of tries to encompass bringing in all of the things that are important surrounding diversity. So, diversity in and of itself, means having different types of people. Equity means making sure that there is equitable treatment and representation among those different types of groups. Inclusion means making sure that those people feel included, and then belonging means helping them feel like they actually belong in that group, as opposed to just being counted as kind of like a token representative. But I think it's even more important now than it ever has been for a number of reasons. But I think the main reason that we can point to is when we look at the workforce today, we can all see that the workforce is changing, right? And a big component of that is because Gen Z is really starting to enter and impact the workforce in a major way. And the demographics of Gen Z are very different than some of the generations that have come before them. In a recent Pew Research Center poll, nearly half of Gen Z identifies as non-white. Another really important thing from a Gallup poll that was taken last year is that over 20% of Gen Z identifies as LGBTQ+, which is a big increase from the generations prior to them. So again, another reason why, these individuals, they're really expecting more out of their employers and out of their businesses than prior generations have.
Great, Corinne. And what do you think's prompted the recent increase in awareness of DEI?
I think, one of the biggest things, kind of like we just said, is that employees and this new generation are demanding that we pay attention. I think, if we want to sell product or services to Gen Z, or if we want to, hire them as employees, then we need to show that we are competent in this realm, because they aren't going to want to buy from us or to work for us if that's not the case. So I do think that's a big part of it. I also think that recent events and social movements like the Black Lives Matter movement, Asian Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, I think those have really brought a lot of these social issues to the forefront in just daily discourse. And it's hard to leave that at the door when you come to work. So I think those things are penetrating, the workspace, and it's important for employers to acknowledge that and to realize that their employees are affected by that and their customers are affected by that. And just to keep that in mind and recognize that those things are important.
So if you were consulting with, you're a not-for-profit and you were trying to talk to them, what would be some of the specific benefits of having a more diverse workforce for them?
I think there's a lot of benefits. I think number one is that you get, with a more diverse workforce comes more diversity in ideas. When you have, all of the same type of people, your ideas can get stale because, if you have that similar background and similar thought process, you're not really thinking outside the box. When you start to introduce different people from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, genders, what have you, into the equation, you're going to start to get more ideas and you're going to be able to serve your clients better. You're going to be able to meet the needs of your constituents better. You're going to be able to do more efficiently and better with the people that you have if you're working with a diverse population. It's also really going to help your organization's reputation. And reputation is big in the nonprofit world. We all know that A lot of nonprofits are funded by donor dollars, and donor dollars are similar to votes if you
Yeah.
think about it. And so you kind of are held in the court of public opinion. So you do have to consider, what is your public image, and what do people think of you, and when you start to think about, if maybe some of um, your your older donor base may be aging out, and you're trying to court the new younger donors, this is something that is really important to them. So I think that is something that is really really worth considering, just making sure that you don't become obsolete to that new generation.
Yeah, I can also see it probably also coming down from some of the federal and state grantors
Mhm.
as well, and foundations and those things.